Cappies, how's it going now that Pluto is directing your chart? Are things getting easier? I feel like it is. I'm just doing a quick reading today, hopefully 10-15 minutes. Just kind of what you can expect this spooky season. Of course, I've got my coffee, naturally. Can't do a Capricorn reading without my coffee. It's the law. Yeah, so I'm happy because I feel a difference in your energy. Kind of, yeah, I'm feeling Emperor energy. I'm feeling like those of you that did the shadow work are now taking control of your life, and it feels good, right? So hopefully that's what we're going to start seeing more of. Okay, Caps. Whoa. And we're still in it. We're still in the Nine of Wands energy. Still in the Nine of Wands energy and the heartbreak energy. Okay, some of you could be healing from heartbreak or healing from heart health. There could be something with heart health that keeps on coming through for you. Yeah, still in wounded warrior mode, but I feel like you're coming out of it, right? I feel like you're coming back up now. So we'll find out more about that in a moment. So spooky season. What does spooky season have for Caps? Three of Cups. There's the Magician card on the bottom. What else then? Spooky season for Caps, secretive energy, Eight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Well, there you are. I mean, if this, it could be you, it could be your counterpart energy, and the Magician again there. So you've got the Magician twice now on the underline of both of these decks. So manifesting what you want, realizing what you don't want, manifesting what you do want, taking control. The Magician has he has all the tools at his disposal to achieve what he needs, right? He can make things happen. So what have you got there? The Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups as well. Okay, something to do with holding on to the cup. So the Magician has the Pentacles, the Sword, the Wand, and the Cup. So something about the cup. And either holding back or holding on. And it's part of your Magician's trick. It's part of your okay, basically there's something you want. There's some kind of dream or idea or thing that you want to manifest. There's something that you want to make happen. So you're taking it from the concept stage to the reality stage, this October, this spooky season, right? So bringing it down to earth. Can you see there's a window behind both of them as well? So it's like bringing the light in, making something happen. So the Magician uses all four of these tools, right? He uses all four suits of the tarot. But there's something about the cup, right? There's something about the cup. Because he hasn't got the cup, right? Here, this person's trying to hold the water in the hands, but the water's going to go through the hands. It actually, do you know what? Your reading is going to go up on Thursday, the same day as Cancer's reading. So these are like quickie readings, just to keep kind of a bit of fun, right? But the main readings that I do, the more in-depth readings, I'm doing Aries to Virgo this week. I've already done them, they're uploaded. And Cancer's reading goes up on Thursday. And what I was getting for Cancer was this thing about, now you may know, Capricorn, if you've been coming to my readings for a while, you're the cave heart, right? You're the geode at the moment. Libra's the diamond heart. I've got a few different things that come through about the emotional space as metaphors for each sign. And Cancer had this thing where they were trying to hold, it was like they were trying to hold a water balloon or like a thing of jelly, and it was like going through the hands. It's like something that couldn't be held, right? So there's something here as well with this, like it's the same imagery, it's the same metaphor as what came through for Cancer's reading, which coincidentally is going up on the same day as yours on Thursday. So it's like it was like something, it was like jelly, and then it was like it's like it disintegrated in the hands. A bit like if you ever play with kinetic sand, you know, the sand that you put in water and you can sculpt with it, but as soon as you take it out, it's dry and it kind of goes, It's that kind of energy of this substance. So I don't know what this substance is, but it's like you need the container for this emotion, right? You need something to put it in, which is so funny because I have that thing about the whole keystone thing with the diamond going into the space. So this, all right, let's move that aside from that for a second. Let me read this card for you here, this Nine of Wands energy that you've been in for so long. But again, I've got this feeling of you coming up now. For a long time, it was like you were doing this like shadow work and you were going down into kind of like the depths of your soul, and exploring and kind of facing the devil. You know, Pluto's been in your chart. Pluto is like Hades, right? The god of the underworld. And now I feel like this energy of like coming back up, because Pluto's gone direct. So I don't think you're going to be in Nine of Wands energy for too much longer. I mean, it might be for a while, right? Because Pluto's a slow moving planet, but I think you're going to start to see progress, or you starting to make progress. Because there's something, when you're in Nine of Wands energy, there's something that you're meant to learn kind of down there. You don't just go down into your shadow side, into, you know, your own underworld, for no reason. You go on a quest. There's something that you're meant to do down there. There's a reason to be down there. There's something that you're meant to learn. So there's some kind of experience that you've had over the past, I'd say the past couple of years, that has taught you kind of like a very, very deep lesson. Now, it could be something to do with love, with all this cups business, or emotions. Okay, I think I'm getting it. I need to read this though. I'm not meant to be doing long readings. Do you know, because you are doing this whole like deep dive business, I get drawn in with you. It's like I need to come down there with you and figure out what you're doing, you know? Right. Yeah, absolutely. I think you're getting close, and I feel this Emperor energy coming up as well with it. Still strong for the last round. The battle was hard, and you, like me, may have some wounds and bruises. We fought with great courage and strength. The bad news is the battle isn't over yet. Our enemies are still standing, waiting for the last round. There will have to be one more challenge before we can rest. The good news is we can all manage that. We all have the fighting skills that are necessary to success. We will win in the end, that is for sure. So giving up we mustn't. We are still in the darkness of night, but very soon a new dawn will rise. Let's hold our heads high, grab our triumphant wand, ayo, and go back to the battlefield. Keywords: resilience, strength, faith, obstacles, but success in the end. So you are heading towards success. There's this going back energy. So you're returning to something from the past still. You've got some unfinished business this month, something that you have to face, right? There's still something that needs to be done. There was something in there about your enemies are still standing. Now, I did get this still standing business for Libra and Sagittarius. I'm a Libra, Capricorn, and I don't feel like your energy and my energy are enemies at the moment. I don't know, maybe you've got a Libra that you're having a bit of trouble with, but because I've got so much Libra in my chart, I'm feeling very connected to Capricorn energy at the moment. I'm feeling very almost like side by side, or like in the same space energy. So that doesn't feel right, but I don't know, because I don't know, maybe you're dealing with like a low vibrational Libra or something. It feels more like I'm down there with you, like I'm fighting with you, is how my energy feels when I connect to your energy. So all right, so you did some shadow work, you went down, you were looking for something. I've got this feeling of you feeling emotionally disconnected. The Eight of Cups is emotional disconnect, and the Three of Cups here as well, which should talk about coming together, celebration, you know, a party, your friendship group, your soul tribe. But then she's like reaching out, she can't actually touch it. Do you see this? So it's like it's almost like you're still too deep. You're still dealing with that plutonic energy that's keeping you almost like too emotionally deep to connect to this kind of frivolous, light-hearted energy. I think this came out in your last reading. It was like, it doesn't work for you anymore. You need the deeper connections. So this is what I'm saying. You need the people who are as deep as you are, right? Because you're in the cave, you're under the water, under the cave. So this kind of frivolous energy, you want it. You want to connect to it, but you don't feel like you can reach it because the depths are too deep currently. So there's this emotional disconnect, this thing missing. Why can't I hold this? Why can't I hold this cup? Why can't I hold this emotion? Why does this emotion run away from me? Why does it pour through my fingers? Oh, my heart. Right, okay, that was it, right? That was what that was. And this thing about, I'm sorry, this is a really graphic image, so big warning. I don't normally show this card because it's so graphic, but you can see that she's actually, it's almost like, it's like she's sacrificed this bird and taken the heart from the bird because she thinks that's going to make her feel. So there's something about... For some of you, it's like you felt you had some kind of heartbreak or something that hurt you in the past and it left you very, very numb, which is how you've got to this cave business in the first place. So now you're trying to apply things. It's like you're trying to, you know, you need all 4 tools, right, to make something happen. But if you haven't got the cup, then you can't contain this emotion. So there's something to do, because I had this thing about the cave, right, your heart space. Okay. Your heart space being the cave, right? For a long time, it's like this deep, like this dark cave. You couldn't hold anything in it. So emotionally, like numb for some of you because of some kind of really quite serious hurt from the past. And I had this imagery of like your cave filling up with water, right? It was like the emotions are coming back in. So you've tried to perhaps learn from other people and try to, it's like if it works for them, maybe it'll work for me. So you've tried, it's almost like you've been, I had this thing about, it was in one of the Tell Me Anything readings, and it was about this thing about Libra's diamond heart was the keystone, and it's like it had to slot into the cavern, it had to slot into the space and like twist, and then it was like something was going to unlock. So I feel like I'm still getting that, I'm still getting that storyline. So it's like you tried to, it's like you tried to fill this space because your heart is the cup, I want to say. Your heart is the cup. So your emotional space, right, is the cup. So you tried to fill it up with something, but it could be Cancerian energy, something to do with Cancerian energy, but it's like it went through your hands. It couldn't be contained, right? It poured out, it ran away. Because water can go through the cracks, right? It doesn't stay. So I want to say that you, with the diamond, right, the diamond's solid and it's going to stay put. So you want something solid. You don't want something fleeting. You don't want something like a burst bubble, right? You don't want something that's going to fall through your fingers. You don't want anything that's going to like wash away. You want something that's, it's funny because Cancer's your polar sign, right? For me, I'm Libra, so my polar sign would be Aries. Yours is Cancer. And I've been getting this thing with Cancer, Capricorn and Libra, but Aries hasn't been involved, so it's funny that I should keep getting this through. So not connected, emotionally disconnected, feeling left out perhaps of some kind of social situations because you can't do the kind of light-hearted chit-chat, how's the weather? You need something emotionally deeper, so you're dissatisfied with something, which is leading you to this King of Pentacles energy. Now, if this is you really working on things like your skills, your finances, your house, your career, being very, very nurturing, but also being very practical, but very almost like, well, the emotions didn't work for me. The emotions just were too fleeting. So I'm going to stick to what I know. I'm going to stick to the material world. I'm going to stick to finances, work, skills, like, you know, like the practical side of life, which is good for you. I want to say it serves you, right? This is right. So it's something to do with trying to get into this Emperor energy, because it keeps coming out for you. Like how I kept on I used to keep getting that Deer card, take the lead, for you for so long. So now I feel like you're trying to take the lead. It's like, I know that I need to be all 4 queens or all 4 kings of the tarot to get into Emperor or Empress energy. So it's like, you know what to do. You've got the rule book, I want to say. But I feel like the Cups is what's giving you trouble. I'm getting, so how do I do this Cups business? I don't know. I want to say you're right to be doing what you're good at this time, right? You're right to be working with the Pentacles, because you don't want to spend too much time. It's almost like, say you were revising for an exam, right? You were doing your GCSEs or something. That's what we have in the UK. And it's like, I tell kids when they're doing exams, I think it's good advice. You know, don't focus on what you know, because you already know it, right? Chances are you're going to pass those exams and get a decent grade. Focus on the things that you don't know as well. Focus on your weaknesses and pull those up. You know, there's more growth, there's more learning opportunity in the areas that you feel like you're not good at. So it's like, don't spend your time, because you've only got so much time to revise. Don't spend your time revising what you already know. What's the point? You know it, right? It's pretty fixed. Spend the time revising what you don't know. So I feel like you've fallen back into a comfort zone here, where you're sticking to what you know, you're sticking to what you're good at, you know, the tried and tested methods. Because you've given the Cups a shot and it's not working out for you, right? It's like it's still something missing. There's still something that I'm not getting here. Right, okay, I'm going to stop there because I don't want these readings to be too long. So watch out for your next reading next Thursday, and we'll try and get some more information out there and kind of more of a deeper dive, which I feel like you're already doing that. You're like, I don't want to deep dive anymore. I want to resurface, right? I want to resurface, but it's like, again, it's coming through this kind of Orpheus thing of, I went down, I did the shadow work, I've come back up, but I wasn't able to bring that cup up with me, you know? Because Orpheus, he went down into the underworld in order to bring his wife back from the dead, right? So maybe you are trying to revive something, you are trying to bring something back from the dead. But perhaps not having the success that you wanted. It's like you couldn't drag that out with you, right? It slipped through your fingers, like Orpheus, where he looks back at his wife and he can't, you know, he can't take her with him. I want to say, under this heartbreak card, you have got the Sun, and then the Three of Cups, right? And then the King of Pentacles. Okay. So I want to say, I'm going to close out this reading in a second. It's just that Sun card it's like, this is coming back up. I'm going to just put that three swords to one side, because it's such a difficult card to look at. So you're getting repeating things here. You've got the Magician twice, you've got the King of Pentacles twice, you've got the Three of Cups twice. And you've got the Sun. So you do come back up. It's like the light shines on you again, right? You get this breath of fresh air. It's almost like you come up out the cave, take a big gasp of this gorgeous, like, sea salty, fresh air. The sun's rising, it warms you up. Like, whatever you've been through, it kind of falls away, I want to say. And you have happiness and freedom and some kind of clarity. It's like you come back up with some kind of clarity. And I want to say that you do eventually go to this kind of like tea party energy, you know, whatever you felt like you couldn't connect to before, this event that was so far away from you that you couldn't connect with. I feel like you do connect, but perhaps what you've realized is that you've got like Justice, the King of Cups, the Lovers, and all sorts of good stuff under here. So I think you're realizing something about, perhaps you were going for the wrong thing, right? You were trying to connect with something that wasn't ever meant to to stay. You know, you didn't have, it was something that was never going to stay in that cup. It was something that like sloshed out. I don't know. Like, you know, maybe these people are partying too much, they get too drunk, there's drinks are sloshing everywhere, so you just couldn't connect. I want to say that this is a different group. This is not the same group of people. This is a different group of people. So you're realizing now that you weren't supposed to connect to certain people in your life, certain relationships, certain people that you were trying to fit in with. I feel like once you let all that go, you know, the stuff that doesn't suit you, the stuff that doesn't fit, once you let it fall away, you're able to connect with people who are more authentic to you. It kind of gives me the quote from Alice in Wonderland, like, we're all weird here, you know, we're all weird here. So here we fit, here you're included. It's like your weirdness is included, I want to say, Capricorn. In the best way, right? We're all weird. So this suits you better. You feel at home. Can you see the difference in these two cards? Like, you feel at home here, you feel included, you feel like, you know, you can have your cake and eat it too, kind of thing. It's, I want to say, fits you better. You fit it better and it fits you better. So you can see that the Eight of Cups hasn't come back out here. It's almost like two different situations. It's like the thing that you're trying to connect with that isn't working, and then the thing that is right for you that you do connect with. But you're still the King of Pentacles in this situation, I want to say. It's like, here you are. This is the table, right? And here you are at the table. Like, you're part of this scene. Part of this scene. Yeah. And then there's I don't know why this Orpheus stuff keeps coming through. There's a painting. I can't remember the artist, but there is a painting of Orpheus. I think it's Orpheus and Eurydice, I think her name is, and it is like this woodland scene, and I think she gets bit by a snake. But there's this castle in the background. It's just reminding me of that. It's just reminding me of that painting of Orpheus and Eurydice, and this castle in the background. So you can see here so you're not meant to be in that castle. The princess is in another castle, I want to say, Capricorn. Now, this reading is going to be too long. That's not, you've been trying to get here, but that's not the right place. So in this picture, he's turned his back on it, right? He's turned his back on it, and he's because he's found his place at this table. It could be that the magician isn't you. It could be that the magician's somebody else, because the magician can be a trickster. Now, it could be Virgo or Gemini, not necessarily. I feel like this is the person almost at the castle saying, we've opened the doors to you, come into the castle. It's like you're the prince, right? Prince, princess, however, you know, whichever gender works for you, right? It's like, so you're being invited into this castle, but you don't fit in with this castle, I want to say. Now it's like King Lear, right, with the knights all carousing, and it's like it doesn't fit. It just, right? It's like the emotions are like held back or something. There's something not right. So I get this sense of you realizing there's this emotional disconnect here. And almost like befriending the woodland creatures, right? Finding that you're actually happier outside of the castle. Outside of the castle walls. What's castle walls? Castle walls. They're just giving me Mario. The princess is in another castle, and they're showing me Mario and saying, "Hey, Mario." Okay, advice, please, for Capricorn. Does this make any sense to you? I feel like I get this kind of stuff a lot. Take time to breathe out, and then you've got show the world the real you. But it is in reverse. I don't know if you need to show the world the real you. I am getting this thing about you being more discerning about who is your friend, right? Who's your real friend? Or who are your real friends? Who are you connected with? Who's weird like you? And I feel like you don't have to show the world the real you. It's like the prince in the castle, right, is on display, but it doesn't fit there. It's like I just watched Cinderella as well recently. You know, my namesake, the new one with the girl. She's trying to do Ella's dressmaking, and the prince there, and how he kind of like the prince in Cinderella. He leaves the castle, right? He's like one of the people. I want to say like it's must be some sort of metaphor for you, unless I'm literally reading for a prince. But it's like the prince in the castle, right? He's well known. He's meant to fit a certain role. Maybe it's like Prince Harry. What's his what's his star sign? And you feel more comfortable. It's like I'm getting all these like movies. So like Prince of Thieves as well. You know, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He's Robin of Locksley. He's like the prince, right? But he's happy in the woods. Like it's that kind of energy. Right, let's read what this says for you though. This is your advice. God, bloody long reading. And now they're giving me a song. They're giving me, I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand how everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know who Iris, isn't it? The Goo Goo Dolls. Right. This card brings the message from the cosmos that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you're asking about, because this is detachment. That's emotional detachment. Someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's, see, arm's length here. But it's no bad thing. It's important for you to allow life to unfold and progress, even if change seems like a frightening prospect. If you've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you, this card just pounded. This card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special, right? Your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, are you being too aloof or detached? Like, well, that's emotional disconnect, right? And I was saying about holding back the cup. Go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming up for you. Be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. Don't lose the beauty and romance of life. I feel very sick all of a sudden. Excuse me. Don't lose the beauty and romance of life. You are too much in your head. Get into your heart. A friend needs you. Be there for them. A situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. I'm going to read this Three of Cups. And then I'm going to wrap up the reading because I'm not meant to be diving so deep, Capricorn. Why are you like this? Why do you take me on this wild ride with you? Three of Cups, happy tea party. We are not all mad here. We are just very happy and joyful. Look, I have some hot tea and delicious cakes to share with my good friends, the cuddly cat and the white rabbit. You should join us. A slice of chocolate cake awaits for you. Bring your loved ones, gather them around you. Life is so sweet when you have people you can count on and celebrate with. The world out there is full of nonsense and battles, but here in our clearing, you can indulge yourself with some cool, happy time. You can forget your problems because they're about to end. Solutions will be found, I assure you. Fill yourself with our positive energy and you will make possible the impossible. That's what the magician does, right? The magician makes the impossible possible. But you're going to make the possible the impossible. You're going to make possible the impossible. Right, okay. Celebration, friendship, harmony, solidarity, gathering, sharing happy quality time. Okay, so good. I want to say good stuff, Capricorn, but it does mean that you have to disengage with the things that you feel emotionally disconnected from. And this is the thing, this is what you're doing. You've emotionally disconnected because the emotions didn't work for you before, I want to say, and you've fallen back into what's comfortable to you, this King of Pentacles energy. But there's something about being authentic in places where you are accepted. it's like, let yourself be weird with the people who value that weirdness. It's like the people who see you for, because that's how you get to maybe this is what it is, because that's how you get to unconditional love, isn't it? It's you have to be weird and let people see that weirdness, like warts and all, right? It's like you have to be, when you can be, and there's bravery that comes with this as well, when you can really be who you truly are, and you're accepted, that's unconditional love. That's the real love that you can hold on to. If you feel like you're constantly trying to wear a mask to please other people and fit in and be accepted, then they're not the people. That's not unconditional love. They love you when you play their game. They love you when you, they don't love you. That's really harsh, isn't it? They don't love you. They love the actor that you're playing. So when you take off the mask, when you're really authentic, who is still there? All right, Caps. I'm pulling the Emperor for you. All right, absolutely. The energy that I'm picking up on for you is I feel like you've learned that hard lesson. You've learned that lesson that was like the ouch, right? And you're coming out of it. You're coming up to the sun, to people who really suit you, to doing what you're good at, to manifesting, right? You're going the right way. So keep going. I want to say, like, don't, can you see like the difference of like going back? I feel like this is this is like the two routes for you. It's like, do you go back to something where you don't feel like you're connected? You feel emotional disconnect, like you'd never really fit in properly with the group, where you end up the King of Pentacles? Or do you still be the King of Pentacles, but you have, like, you go forward into like the light and connecting with people? There's no emotional disconnect here. Right, I'm going. Do take care of yourselves, Cappies. 32 minutes. Oh, there you go again, Caps, thinking you're special, getting the long reading. Right, I'm going. Do take care of yourselves. And yeah, keep going, because you're going the right way now, I think. Right, take care. Love you lots, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.